I could have everyone just kind of scooch up to the front, you can use the desk to actually write on. Great, and first of all, to reintroduce myself, I'm Mandy, I'm the district manager here. And I realize right now that my name and job title doesn't mean a lot, but it's not really supposed to. It does mean that I'm qualified to interview people and make a final job decision, which I'll be doing throughout this process. And this is a group interview, which is probably not something you're used to. I know most job interviews are one-on-one, but why do you think interviewing in a group is a lot more effective for us here?
It allows you to make on-the-spot comparisons between people.
Okay, absolutely. I can compare and contrast how people interact with each other. And every day I get people that come in, they'll say, I love people, I'm great with people. So in a group setting, I can usually tell as decent people skills. And just to give you an idea, in the past 2 days, we've taken about 50 phone calls and recommendations for the job, which is why I opened up a Friday night interview, and I've been really busy interviewing people. So to be honest, obviously I can't work with every single person who applies, but I'm not looking for reasons to disqualify somebody. Sometimes I don't accept anybody from a group interview. I haven't made my final job decision yet, but I'm just looking for a couple more championship people for our team that we have here. And if you can't tell by like the trophies, we're kind of competitive around here. But our team right now in Binghamton, we actually had our best year ever last year. We sold over $377,000 in products last year, and this year we've already sold over $500,000 in products. So we've grown, we're at about 130% growth so far over last year's numbers. So, but I am looking for a couple more people to add to our team. And why else do you think we interview in a group instead of one-on-one?
Because we're going to be working in group type settings.
Okay. Yeah, basically, working with people in general is really important. And if I interview people one-on-one for 90 minutes apiece, it probably would take me a lot longer. So this also saves me a lot of time. And it also allows you to relax and be yourselves. I know one-on-one interview for 90 minutes would probably be a little bit more stressful. So you can all relax and be yourselves. They can make a better job decision that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using this just because it's a little bit easier to cover everything up here. I understand you probably have different questions, especially if you're not familiar with the company. So I'll cover everything up here. I'll talk about the past, present, and future of Vector. And our company as a whole, we're ahead 20% over last year. And we have over 400 offices across the United States. The product is Cutco. Now, who here has used Cutco? Anyone actually used it? Okay, Brittany, you've used the products before. So for those of you who haven't, if I just said, trust me, it's awesome, it's the best, it's #1 in the world, what would you think of that, since some of you have never used it?
I'd want to see it in action.
Yeah,
But
me too.
Yeah, you'd probably be a little skeptical, naturally, especially if you've never heard of something. Obviously, I'm biased. I get paid to say good things. Personally, I could never sell something for 7.5 years if I didn't really believe in it or stand behind it. So instead of just telling you about Cutco, I'll show you hands-on, and then you can kind of judge for yourselves to see if you'd feel confident with the product. And why do you think you'd want to be confident in the product if you end up working here?
It helps you to sell the product
Yeah.
and to help find your customers' needs of other products that they might be interested in seeing.
Absolutely, yeah. If customers can usually tell if somebody doesn't believe in what they're trying to sell, and obviously we want our representatives to feel comfortable at the end of the day what they represent. And I'll be honest with you, whether or not you're accepted for the job, you'll be impressed with Cutco. And I'm not an arrogant person by any means. If you ask anybody who works for me, they'll tell you that's not my personality. But it's good stuff. It's been around for 62 years. Personally, I've sold Cutco to 2,100 families in New York State. But instead of just telling you, I'll show you, and you can kind of see from there if you could back it up. So the market, we have a great product, a great market for our product here in Binghamton. And the target market of our customers, if I give you age groups, you want to guess which age group is our target market. So 30 to 60, 60 to 90, or 10 to 30, which age group?
30 to 60.
Yeah, 30 to 60, that's our target market. And our representatives, I mean, we have a lot of people who are younger that work here. But we could take the products over to Binghamton University dorms and try to sell them there, but we really, college students usually aren't the target market. They might buy something, but it's not what we're trying to sell to. So how often would you say that people use knives, people who have families and things like that?
Yeah, it's,
Almost
you
every
have to make
day.
dinner.
Yeah, every day. So everybody has to eat. So we have a large market. Eating's never going to go out of style or anything like that. So the sales program, a lot of people call our student work program. And as you might have noticed, there are a lot of young people that work here. It's not by accident, it's by design. We found that students have little or no sales experience. And we actually find that to be a very big advantage for us instead of a disadvantage. Does anybody know why that is?
They're trainable.
Okay.
That you can instill better sort of abilities in sales
Okay.
as opposed to breaking down other ones that might be bad habits.
Yeah, basically, if someone doesn't have experience, it's kind of like starting on a clean slate. They don't have prior notions of how to sell a product. And a lot of times people with a lot of sales experience are kind of pushy or aggressive or set in their ways. So we'd rather work with people who are more like a sponge, excited to learn. We find that students are usually more enthusiastic about it. And I'll be honest, I know a lot of the people on my team don't plan on selling Cutco for the rest of their lives. I have 4 pre-med students on my team. I have a music major, a biology, anthropology, just a whole bunch of random majors. But why do you think sales experience is important for any job in the
Well,
future?
communication is a part of almost every career, if not every. So having this ability to persuade and sell and put your views out there, maybe not your views right now, but it'll come in handy in the future, definitely.
Yeah, sales skills are social skills, and whether it's, our representatives, when they get that real job interview after college that they really want, they're usually having to interact with people that are 30 to 60 years old, and we obviously like to help our representatives be more marketable for the marketplace, but obviously we do have advancement within, which I'll talk about as well. The training is very hands-on. Our training wasn't designed by Vector, it was designed by 6 academic professors that work at Boston College, the University of, or Illinois State University, Purdue, places like that, and it's hands-on training. The pay obviously brings in a lot of people to apply, so it allows me to be more selective with who I can have on my team. But the base pay is $13.25, and it's not per hour, it's per appointment with a customer. And per appointment, the appointments take about 40 to 70 minutes or so. And what our reps like about the base pay is that they're guaranteed to make at least that, regardless of sales made. There are no quotas for sales, so no quotas means that they don't have to sell a certain amount in order to get paid. Now, we also offer incentives, though, for people who do make sales. And the incentives, or commission, give our reps the opportunity to earn a lot more than the base pay, but they have the base pay there to fall back on. So, for instance, if someone works at, let's say they work at a job like Best Buy, and they make minimum wage, and there are 2 representatives, let's say the one salesperson, they do a great job, they sell $4,000 in speakers, but they still get paid the same exact amount per hour as the person who does absolutely nothing all day. Do you think they're really going to want to go above and beyond the next day to sell more speakers?
No.
No, so a lot of times, we're not really looking for people who have minimum wage mentality. The people that have that kind of mentality don't really do that well here. We're looking for people who put in 100% when they're working, because with incentives, the more they put in, what do you think happens for them?
More they get out.
Yeah, the more they get out of it. So we're looking for people who work, want to get paid for how hard they work. And as far as the perks go, those are the non-pay benefits of working for Vector. The representatives on our team like having a flexible schedule. They make their schedule. And we also have a very positive work atmosphere. If you could tell by the things on the wall, we really like recognizing people for hard work. And we have a work hard, play hard mentality, though. Our reps like knowing that even though it's Binghamton, New York, we actually compete with offices like Buffalo, Rochester, Albany. We're actually the #2 office right now in upstate New York. And the only office beating us in productivity is Albany. So what do you think our goal is?
Beat Albany.
Of course, we want to take them down. It's a friendly competition. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'll cover everything here. And if it's not obvious by now, I kind of talk fast. So what I would do is take notes on anything that I emphasize, anything that's on the board or on the TV. And if you do have a question, I'm very confident that they'll get answered throughout the interview, because I've run several interviews and usually the questions that come up get answered anyway. But if you do have a question, I just ask that you jot it down, and I'm going to meet with you one-on-one. And at the end, I'll give you a final job decision. I'll let you know either way if we'll have you on our team. And I also promise you that you'll have a very thorough understanding of exactly what the job is. And I also ask to answer questions. Some of the questions are really simple, but I just want to make sure that you're paying attention too. So if someone doesn't talk at all, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable having them in front of a customer, obviously. So is that fair enough?
That's
Okay,
okay.
so as far as the company goes, Cutco has been around since 1949, and it's made in Olean, New York. Olean is about 3 hours west of Binghamton, just to give you an idea. And Matt, how do you think people feel about buying American-made products?
Well, that's definitely going to make people more interested in buying it because, one, there's this idea that American products are definitely more quality assured than foreign products, and you don't hear about products getting recalled as often as you hear, say, Chinese toys, and it's just also very patriotic, so a lot of people are going to be more interested in buying
Yeah,
American products.
60% more time, or 60% more likely. It's 60% more likely that people buy something if it says American made on it. That's what USA Today recently posted in an article. So yeah, made in America, people take pride in knowing that it helps the economy when they buy something made here. And Vector was formed in '81 to help market Cutco. We don't sell anything else but Cutco cutlery. And we have 3 offices back then. We currently have over 400 across the United States. And last year we sold $250 million in products, and we're on track to beating that year obviously already. And we have 6 regions across the U.S. And what our reps like about our company and the size of it is that if they move, they don't have to find another job. Usually they could just transfer to a local office. And so we have offices all over. And we have someone like, for instance, Anthony and Mike DeLisi, they're twin brothers, they're from Long Island. And they actually just started selling Cutco in January of this year. But when they went to school, they're freshmen at Binghamton University, so they transfer here and they're going through management training with me and everything. And then they worked during breaks at school, or I'm sorry, in Long Island there. So